Resident Evil 2 Remake is finally a reality. Yes, we had the trailer unveiled and we saw kind of gameplay, short clips of gameplay, but now we officially have the system requirements for the PC version, meaning the PC version is a reality. I know that was confirmed for the PC, but seeing the system requirements kind of cements the thing. So anyway, let's get through them and then I'll discuss my thoughts on the system requirements themselves and gameplay and my thoughts on it. For the minimum requirements, we have Windows 7, 8, 8.1 or 10, 64-bit obviously. As for the CPU, it's i5 4460, 2.7 GHz or AMD FX 6300 or better. For the memory, it's 8 GB, which is a low amount, standard low amount. And for the GPU, it's NVIDIA GeForce 760 or AMD Radeon R7 260 with 2 GB of video RAM. DirectX 11. Obviously standard, we have those specs for a lot of games. It's kind of the low standard for a few years now, so no big deal, nothing to see here. Just the minimum requirements that a lot of people would be able to run the game with. As for the recommended ones, it's also Windows 7, 8, 8.1 or 10, 64-bit. Processor Intel i7 3770 or AMD FX 9590 or better. Memory remains the same, 8 GB, and the GPU is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or AMD Radeon RX 480 with 3 GB VRAM, DirectX 11. Now those specs is not what I expected. I expected it to be a little bit higher considering the game looks futuristic and beautiful. So I'm kind of shocked, but at the same time those are the exact specs for Resident Evil 7 on the PC, and Resident Evil 2 Remake is running on Resident Evil 7's engine, so it's no surprise there. The recommended system requirements, especially the RAM, is kind of surprising, but then again Resident Evil 7's engine ran amazingly on my PC. Yes, I exceeded the recommended system requirements, but even though some games which are poorly programmed or engines that don't run well, stutters. And yes, I had one stutter in the game which is outside the trailer, but apart from that I played Resident Evil 7 perfectly with no glitches or stutters, no, at least noticeably the one I noticed. So I'm hoping that Capcom irons out whatever bugs left and makes the game even run better. And yes, you can run the game on lower than the minimum specs. I've been running games lower than recommended specs since forever before my upgrade. You can get easily with mixtures of normal and high, even low, considering that low and medium looks amazing as well. It's not like before where low specs looks like garbage. Even low and medium specs looks amazing, so you can mix a few things, maybe turn anti-aliasing down or off, and you're good to go. So those system requirements is a good news for every PC gamer. If you have a high enough rig, then you most likely run it at 60 or higher. If you have lower than recommended specs rig, then you'll be able to enjoy the game at reasonable frames as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. Thank you Capcom for optimizing, or I hope the game is optimized. Now into the game itself. I'm not the type of guy that watches a lot of gameplay before the game is released because I don't want to spoil the game for myself, but since I've been waiting on Resident Evil 2 Remake for years, I watched some of them and I have mixed feelings. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the game to finally be unveiled. I've been watching Resident Evil 2 remakes in mods and fan projects, and finally we have the official thing. So what did I didn't like? Yes, I'm stuck for the negatives, then positives. The first thing is, and I know a lot of people are gonna disagree, but here it is anyway. The fixed camera angles are not shown in the remake. Some people say they might be unlockable. You can unlock the option to have fixed camera angles, but I doubt it. I honestly was hoping that the game will take the same route as Resident Evil Remastered, the first one, and I know that's 2018 and the over-the-shoulder camera that was shown was not bad, but I kind of lean toward the fixed camera angles. They could have done the Code Veronica style, a mixture of both, the over-the-shoulder along with the fixed camera angles here and there. It would have been amazing, and it could still be the case, I don't know, but I will not say I was disappointed. I was hoping for the fixed camera angle. I'm an old school Resident Evil fan. I'm sorry guys, but it's not that bad. So yeah. Now the other thing I did not like is how Leon looks. I know that he's supposed to be the younger version of himself, but he looks nothing alike, to be honest. And I'm not alone in those thoughts. Resident Evil 6 Leon looks better, but he aged, so obviously he will look kind of the same. But even the younger Leon should look kind of the same but younger. In my opinion, Capcom didn't do a great job of making Leon seem Leon. Like if I show you this picture and you don't know that Resident Evil 2 Remake is coming, you would not recognize it probably. That's how I feel. Now apart from those two things, there was a rumor or a leak that there will be a female leaker, kind of like Mr. X, that follows you around and whatnot. I'm not sure how I feel about that, although that's actually a different topic, but we're considering that this is indeed the case. There could be obviously other annoying things, but apart from those things that I mentioned, the game looks amazing, and especially the scene that Leon walks up to the police station at night, man, that was beautiful. The graphics are beautiful, and there is an option, like my friend told me, to have the original Resident Evil 2 music and themes, so I'll use that in my second run. So it's great. I hope Capcom nails it, makes the game run perfectly, add the things that make sense to be added, like the first Resident Evil remaster, not out of place things. Extend the story, extend the rooms in a reasonable way. Make the game as beautiful as Remake and Zero. Yes, Zero is an amazing game. I know that everybody hated it, but yeah. So yeah guys, those were my thoughts on the game itself, and the system requirements are great. I was expecting the game to be asking for 16 GB of RAM on recommended and higher GPU, but the specs are reasonable, and I hope everybody enjoys the game. Great news, Resident Evil fans. I hope the game delivers. This was Adam3K3. Thank you very much for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and subscribe for more upcoming content. I'll talk to you in my next video.